The problem validation process tests assumptions, proves that the market for a product exists, and confirms that the problem is worth investing time, money, and effort in. It dives deeply into uncovering not only the interest in the product, but also a compelling need amongst users to take the time out of what they're doing today to understand the product, to purchase the product, implement it, use it, and love it. In the case of Patient Communicator that we just discussed, if the team was an expert in working with doctors, they would have known that doctors have lots of things they would theoretically like, but they would know that doctors are incredibly slow in actually buying something. Doctors never want to spend money they don't have to spend. And more importantly, they don't like to change their processes or adopt something that's new, particularly technology, even though it might make them much more efficient. This exemplifies the need to deeply understand the customer, the buyer, the user, the influencer. We'll talk more about what the customer is later. You do that through expertise or really deep listening. It helps shape the product based on the persona of the customer that will be using the product. That customer persona is then used to ensure that you know what the product needs to do, whether it's simple or feature-rich, and to find, access, address, and speak to your target customer. Before reaching out to customers to validate an identified problem, you should have put the problem through the problem litmus test we discussed in an earlier module to understand the preliminary authenticity of the problem and the preliminary extent of need for such a solution. As a reminder, the product litmus test answers the following questions for each problem that you've identified and you seek to solve. 1. Is this problem something that a lot of people face? How painful is this problem for those people? Does the problem need to be solved? Are people so desperate to find a solution to this problem that they are willing to accept even an earlier, crappier version of your product in beta form because they need it so badly? Can this problem be solved in other ways? Will people pay to have this problem solved? Will they pay your company to solve this problem for them? Will this solution become something that they cannot live without? Will they love the product you provide so much that they become loyal to you and evangelize your product and your company to their friends and colleagues? And lastly, is this problem being solved in other ways, which are adequate or by other companies or could be solved by other companies without your ability to have a sustainable differentiation? Answers to these questions will help you understand the degree to which the problem exists in the market and the extent of need for the solution you've decided to develop or to address that problem.